What's going on, guys? My name's Drake, and welcome to the 12 Days of Christmas, where we're writing our very own Christmas song. This is day 7, so if you haven't seen the previous videos, make sure to check out the link in the description below. So today, we're actually going to be working on changing our key, or modulating keys. So as you know, we've been working in D Dorian, and the reason we chose D Dorian is because it's unique, interesting, and not a lot of people use it. We also wanted to have a little bit of a sad but hopeful feeling. So now we want to change keys because, like we've said a couple times, this is a Christmas song and we want it to be happy and upbeat at points too, which is why we've been incorporating certain elements to make it sound more happy. So now we're going to modulate keys actually to a major scale. So if you guys remember from our previous videos on chord progressions and chord extensions, we actually chose a lot of different extensions to accentuate the third of certain major chords to give us a happier feeling. So that'll help make this transition to a different key a little bit smoother. The best way to change keys or modulate keys is to use something called a pivot chord. And a pivot chord is a chord that is shared between two different scales. So since we're in D Dorian, we're actually just going to go to C major scale, which is actually the same notes in the scale. We're just starting the 1 on the C instead of on the D. So going to C major is going to make this a lot easier. But what we're going to do and how we're going to use pivot chords is we're actually going to use something called dominant chords and subdominant chords. So the dominant chord of a scale is the one that is on the 5. So if you count up from D, the 5 is going to be the A, so it'll be the A minor chord. And the subdominant is going to be the 4 of that scale, which will be the G major chord of the D Dorian scale. And since we want to keep up this happy feeling, we're going to use the subdominant as the pivot chord. So as you can see, I've already went ahead and started this, and you can see right here the first chord is indeed the G major, which is the subdominant of the D Dorian. And the reason this is going to work so well is because the subdominant of the D Dorian is actually the dominant chord of the C major scale. So this is already going to start leading us towards that tonic C. And as you can see, we switch chords right here to an F major, and then we go back to the G major on this third chord. So just reiterating that dominant chord, which is going to lead us back to C. And then we have it finished off right here with C on the last chord in this loop. So if you're wondering why certain notes here are being played before the chord switches, you need to go watch my recent video, which is actually day 2 of the 12 Days of Christmas, which is on chord progressions, and I work on inversions and suspensions in there, and that's what this is right here, is a suspension. So as you can see also, I've extended the chords above to add a little bit of activity in the right hand and add a little bit of interest. And if you're wondering how I chose these, I actually just tried to match the drum beat that we already had created in our drum variations video, and then I extended a couple, and I just kind of listened with my ear to hear what sounded good. So there's kind of a pattern here. You can see this lasts out for 5 quarter notes. This one goes for 3, 5, 3. And then this one only goes for 4 because I felt like there needed to be a passing tone down to this next couple. And the way that I chose these notes for the most part is because, as you can see, the B is the third of this G major chord, which, like we've said before, is going to make it have a happier sound. And most of these are just notes within the chords. So as you can see, this is how easy it is to modulate keys. So if you guys learned anything today, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite video has been so far and what you think of modulating keys, or if you have a favorite song that does modulate keys. And I will let you guys have the final playthrough of this new section.